everyone and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time for more side quests here in the Churning Mist. You know what? I've been having a bad week. Honestly, the real world kinda really sucks right now. I don't want to go into details, but there's a lot of stressful things happening all the time, and I wish they weren't happening. I just don't have the energy in me. I love the Moogle side quests. I think they're very entertaining. They're all dorks. They're all doing their best, but their best sucks. It's very fun, very entertaining, but I just don't have the energy to deal with an hour of Moogles right now. I've got some aggression that needs to be worked out, so you know what? We'll do Churning Mist next week. Today, we're doing PvP. So, PvP, we are going to be doing Crystalline Conflict today. I believe we've introduced this before. We did the Palystra, which is the default map that was added when Crystalline Conflict was first introduced. Before we hop into Crystalline Conflict, I do want to go ahead and show off where you can exchange your rewards from the PvP matches for actual tangible rewards. First off, for just participating in basically any PvP match, well, you get wolf marks, which can be exchanged here for various goods. You can get various weapons. Let's see, there's wolf weapons, which are item level 55, Warwolf, which is item level 70, Dire Wolf, 90, all the way up to Genyo, which is, item level 1, so it's all glamour. 12? 12 gear is item level 205, so up to, themed after a few of the gods of the 12. We've got, we've got Halone, we've got Oshan, somehow I've forgotten who the keeper is. So yeah, you can get some weapons, especially glamour. Similar, you can get from, with your body gear. Looks like it's a lot of glamour gear for the late Elegant. Republican is also glamour. Lots of gear you can get. But what I am most interested in is over here in other. We got miscellaneous, furnishings, and materia. Materia is going to be the current 2 grades of materia from the current expansion. Dawn Trail uses grade 12 and grade 11 materia, so that's what's available here. Furnishings are, of course, for your player house or free company house if you have one. And miscellaneous is where a whole bunch of collectibles are found. Catablepa's horns is glamour. We've got a few emotes here that I've been collecting. Some hairstyles, some minions, a triple triad card, a bunch of orchestrion rolls, which, we can get rival wings. We'll have to get into rival wings at some point. And a few faded orchestrion rolls as well that you can repair with crafting. Squadron rationing manual, which will make your food buff last another 15 minutes for 2 hours. Nice. Glamour prisms, dark matter for repairing your gear, Icarus wings. Okay, so that is one of those glamour prism items. You use it and it creates a little decoration around you. Regain feather does the same. And ventures, nice. Alright, so those are your wolf mark rewards. Lots of glam, a few actual weapons and armors, but mostly a bunch of collectibles in there, as well as materia and replenishable currencies like ventures. Next up, as you work through a PvP series, there's a new series with each major patch. You will be earning these little levels. Each level is going to give you either 1,000 trophy crystals or a special reward like a new emote or some minions we've got coming up or adventure plate framers kits or even glamour. But these trophy crystals, what are they for? Well, you can come over to the trophy crystal exchange here and there's a lot of things to buy. Mostly, it's going to be all glamour. In terms of at least the weapons and armor, it's all going to be glamour. I do recommend taking a look at it. There might be stuff in there you're interested in. There's universal gear, which is kind of modern wear, I would say. Kind of like modern, fashionable streetwear. We've got accessories. And finally, we have other. This is where we're going to find framers kits for each individual job. I've been getting them as we unlock them as we progress through the main story. We're currently caught up on those. We can also, below our Job Framers kits, pick up all of the old rewards from previous PvP series, as well as a few decorations and some wolf collars, which I don't fully remember what we use wolf collars for. But yeah, all of the rewards from previous PvP series can be found here. They are added one at a time. In patch 7.2, we got the rewards from the patch 6.1 and 6.2 PvP series. 7.3 gave us the patch 6.3 PvP series rewards, and presumably from here on it's going to be rewards from exacting one expansion back are what's going to be what's available. So in patch 7.4 we'll get access to the patch 6.4 rewards, and so on and so forth. Presumably that's how it's going to work. Alright, wolf collar exchange. So we can exchange trophy crystals for wolf collars. I imagine we can exchange wolf marks for wolf collars as well. Oh! My mistake. You can exchange wolf collars for wolf marks. So if you need a lot of wolf marks and you don't have any use for your trophy crystals to wolf collars to wolf marks. And a bunch more glamour weapons in particular. Anything else? Combination crystal, I believe, is if you do ranked PvP matches with ranked Crystalline Conflict. I don't do that, so I can't really touch that all that much. Alright, now that we've gone over how the rewards work in PvP, which I can't believe it took me this long to do that, let's do a casual match of Crystalline Conflict. I prefer to play as Bard in PvP. I should try the other jobs, there might be another job I like more, but I am pretty comfortable with Bard. Which is funny, because I am not comfortable at all with Bard in PvE. We're probably going to do just like a few matches, maybe 2 or 3 matches. See how it goes. Let's do 3 matches and see what our win-loss ratio is. And because I'm going to be commentating, expect me to perform very poorly. Normally, I break about 50-50, 50% wins, 50% losses in Crystalline Conflict, which kind of means I'm just kind of like a neutral, middle-of-the-road player. I was looking away at my notes. I totally forgot to update my adventure plate, didn't I? Alright, so this is the Clockwork Castletown. It is themed after an area from Stormblood. We will, of course, get to Stormblood eventually. And up there we've got... Okay, no, I'm looking for you. There we have a man named Kageyama. Welcome one, welcome all to Kageyama's Clockwork Castletown. Yeah! We will get into Kageyama's whole deal eventually, but for now, let's get moving. Alright, so these doors up here, you can run into them to go through, they're one way only. These panels over here, if you stand on them too long, they will flip over and incapacitate you. Oh god, I should have gone through the door. I got screwed there. I usually find it best as Bard to go through this middle path, because it kind of puts me fairly central and I can aim from a distance at players, but they really came at me there. I was not paying sufficient attention, most likely. Okay, we are getting our asses handed to us already. Okay, get them off the point, off the checkpoint. Ah, crap. Yeah, you typically don't want to rush in solo like that. Ideally, you want to rush in a group with your party members. Going in solo is a great way to get killed. PvP really is about strength in numbers. You want as many people as possible to focus on one target at a time, usually the most dangerous target. wear them down, wear them out, destroy them, and then move on to the next target. Sometimes you'll have someone who uses a marker like target to attack 1 in order to mark who to target next, just to help organize the party a bit better. I sometimes do that. I'm not great at it. Again, like PvP, I will play casually for fun. I will try to win. I try to be good, but I'm not a PvP expert. And the parade is commencing. We're probably not going to get a chance to really look at it, given we're so close to losing already. Alright, so when the parade begins, there's going to be gold scattered on the ground in various places. Oh, there it goes. There's the gold. And there's going to be these big Clockwork constructions running around. Haven't seen any yet. They're going to be around here somewhere. There they are. Okay, if a Clockwork construction runs into a pile of gold, it will accept payment and unleash a very big attack affecting everyone nearby. You may want to strategically let the gold be consumed in order to screw up the enemy team, or grab the gold yourself in order to stop an attack from going off if it's going to prevent you from progressing. Okay, now's going to be a very good time to go through the one-way door, since the crystal is right there. Got it. Finally got a kill. God. Here, let me use my limit break. Don't forget, in PvP, limit break is a personal resource, not a shared party resource. So please use it at will. There are strategic times to use your limit breaks, but be sure to actually use it, because it's no good. It does you no good just sitting there, charged up, ready to go, completely unused. Okay, this bard probably needs to go. Ranged DPS can be really dangerous when played well. I am getting up close and personal because I'm trying really hard to push the carts or push the crystal. But if a ranged DPS plays smart, they hold back towards the back of the pack and let their melees and tanks take the brunt of the hits. They can do a lot of good as a support role, just picking off enemies while being largely protected by distance. Every role has its strength and value in PvP. I think it is overall pretty well balanced, though Dark Knight could stand to be a little bit nerfed, because Dark Knight's limit break and AoE abilities are both absolutely nasty in PvP. In terms of how to play Bard, because that's what I'm most familiar with, I might have to actually wait until the next match. Are we in the lead? Oh, we are in the lead. If we can hold it here and push any amount further, or get the other team off. What? Oh, they were in the lead by a couple percentage. Oh, they were just around the corner from us. Dang it. All right, well, we were close. All right, I'll go over how to play Bard in the next match. How am I doing on getting to the next rank? Still a little ways away. Quite a ways away, in fact. Alright, it'll pop soon enough, so I guess we can start going over while we wait. Basic attack as Bard is going to be your powerful shot. Just use it on cooldown as much as possible in order to get your regular damage out. You've got a couple of big hits. Apex Arrow does a nice big bunch of damage and turns into a secondary attack, which, let me actually check. Apex Arrow turns into Blast Arrow. Blast Arrow is an AoE line attack that also gives a 10 yulm knockback and does 10,000 potency of damage. Blast Arrow, really, really good, but you want to use that as a finisher, or if you are specifically trying to keep another player away from a specific location. Harmonic Arrow, you see I have 4 stacks of it at the default. As you use Powerful Shot, you'll gain more stacks of Harmonic Arrow. Also, Harmonic Arrow will charge up more charges over time, just naturally. As you gain more charges of Harmonic Arrow, it will do more damage, and it will gain AoE effects. But the total damage from using a 4 stack of Harmonic Arrow is less than using 4 single stacks of Harmonic Arrow. So there's pros and cons to when you want to use individual single stacks or when you want to use 4 stacks. And note that when you use Harmonic Arrow, you're using every stack you have at once. You can't choose how many to use. So it's whether you want to use it immediately when you get a stack charged, or wait until you have 4 stacks before you use it. Advantage to using 4 stacks at once, waiting for it to be 4 stacks before using it, is you do a nice big burst of damage. Very, very good for helping to finish off an enemy, and make sure they actually go down and stay down and they have a KO and they have to respawn. Very, very good for that, because if you do the individual shots and pick them off a little bit, it takes time for those charges to build up, so you're doing that damage slowly and they have time to heal it off. Meanwhile, if you want to use individual stacks, single stacks at a time, that's going to be best suited for when you're going after some objective, like if you are doing Break the Crystals in Kurthis Eastern Highlands. Yeah, if you're doing the Kurthis themed PvP map, you'll probably want to use individual stacks one at a time on your big objectives, the big crystals, because the total damage will be higher, and it's not like those big crystals actually heal or anything. Your goal is to just do as much damage as possible to them, so you want to use individual stacks of Harmonic Arrow. So it's whether you want a lot of damage over a long time, or you want a big burst of damage to finish somebody off. Alright, we are starting off in the lead, which is good. Let me duck around here, see if I can't. Alright, Silent Nocturne is an ability we have, which inflicts silence on enemies, stopping them from using spells, namely things like, I want to say it stops them from using Recuperate and not Purify, because Purify is how you get rid of it. It stops them from using spells, which can be very annoying. It can stop them from basically acting for a little bit. Dang it, I am playing sloppy. Silent Nocturne will also turn your Powerful Shot into a second attack that does, I think, a little bit more damage than your regular Powerful Shot. Warden's Paean, like in PvE, will remove 1 debuff from yourself or from an ally. And Eagle Eye Shot is not active in Crystalline Conflict. That is a roll action. They added roll actions to PvP a while ago. I want to say in 7.2. They're not available in Crystalline Conflict, only in Frontlines, which is a shame, but fair. They can be pretty powerful. Alright, come on. There we go. Got our second KO of the match. Oh, you're escaping, dang it. Dang it! They paralyzed us, and they just destroyed us bit by bit. Alright, at this point I think I've got basically all the explanation done, so I might go quiet in order to focus on the match. Or just, wow, okay. They saw me coming at them, saw me as a threat, came in and destroyed me. That is the weakness of ranged DPS. If you don't have your party members who act as a shield for you, you're gonna be in trouble if they spot you and come to get revenge. It really is a role that relies on you working with your well, PvP in general relies on you working with your party members. But ranged DPS in particular is really, really sensitive to working well with your party members to get the most effect. Because you need that protection in order to be effective. Okay, Mochi Momochi is fleeing. And we've got control of the crystal again. Which is good. Oh, that wasn't Susunable. Okay, yeah, Warden's Pain can only remove debuffs that are Isuna-able, which you would normally remove with Purify, which nowadays costs 2000 MP. So it can be very valuable in the case of you're low on MP, or you want to save some MP. Okay, look away. Okay, we are at the checkpoint. This is a pretty good recovery. Though we have a lot of effort to go before we win. Okay, pushing forward, pushing forward. Did not mean to a repelling shot. Nice, I've got 3 KOs this match so far. I'm not doing a bad job. Nice, 4th KO. Fifth? Oh, I'm tearing it up. Alright, get away from our crystal. That works, 6 KOs. Holy crap, here we go. Now we're still a long ways from winning, because we're right at their base. They're going to be fighting hard to keep us away, but I think we might have this. If we lose control of the crystal for at least 10 seconds, I believe? Oh, there we go. But if we lose control of the crystal for at least 10 seconds during overtime, we lose. If we're not already in the lead. Not bad at all. 1 win, 1 loss so far. We'll see how the last match shakes out. And I think this one I'm going to go full focus mode. It'll pop soon enough. Alright, I might chime in every now and then, but again, expect me to focus on the match rather than on the commentary. Oh, and one last note, I have Sprint on my hotbar because Sprint for PvP is different from Sprint for PvE. So, in here it is a toggle that turns off automatically when you get into combat. So I recommend having it on your hotbar so you can turn it on whenever you're not in combat so you can get around faster. Anything else to go over? Should not have done that. Oh, well. Did I just draw first blood? Nice! Hey, what's my namesake doing on the other side? How dare you? Very funny. Very funny to see another Majora's Mask fan here. Ah, they came at me. Got a JoJo on our team. This is gonna be a loss. This team is not feeling very organized. It happens. Given that you can't actually properly use the chat in Crystalline Conflict in order to prevent teams that are overly organized, as well as to prevent trash talk. From just wiping the floor in the case of overly organized. It can be a little bit difficult to actually get organized. Okay, I take that back. We're all together. We're pushing pretty well forward. Oh crap, that's a dragoon. Oh god. Oh crap. I should have backed off and used my elixir. Never ever be afraid to get away from the enemy and use an elixir when you need it. It takes a long time to respawn, so dying is way worse than just backing out of the fray for a minute. This was a horrible mistake. Why did I rush in solo? I always do this. I'm really bad about rushing in solo. I panic. I'm like, I gotta go after the crystal before they get too far, and then I get myself killed. It's a really bad habit of mine. My team's picking up my slack, though. They're doing a really good job. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just have a bad start to a match, and then the team rallies and pulls together and gets really organized and starts kicking ass. Alright, over time, if we can push all the way to the 73% mark, then we win. Got it. Okay, 2 wins, 1 loss. Not a bad day. I'm going to call it today a success. All right. And with that, we probably still don't have our next PvP rank, do we? Nope. We're getting there. All right. With that, next time on Final Fantasy XIV, we might have a 1-week break before we get to the next one. just depending on how Crafting and Gathering goes. But next time we're going to be doing one more main story, and then after that, we're going to do all the level 58 Crafting and Gathering quests. Alright, I will see everyone next time for that. Oh, and not all at once. We're going to be doing, other than side questing episode, we're going to be doing 11 episodes of Crafting and Gathering, starting with our gatherers. Sorry, want to be clear that I'm not changing up how I do crafters and gatherers, we're just going to be doing them all sequentially. Alright, I'll see everyone next time for that.